Okay, right. So I have to note this. So there I was, waddling through the White Rose Centre this afternoon. Went into Boots to get myself some cold and flu medication because I feel like shit at the moment. Absolute shit. Um, I didn't think anything of it when I went into the cinema to watch All of Us Strangers. And believe you me, by the end of it, this film, like how I'm feeling, it almost fucking killed me. I couldn't breathe in the cinema because I was crying that much. This was absolutely beautiful. It was done in such a like non-pretentious artistic fashion. The scene shifts, like how faces melted into places. Very poetic, but that's how this film is. I literally couldn't breathe. Have you ever silent cried? So, where you're streaming and you make no noise whatsoever. I was sat there in the cinema and I couldn't breathe through my fucking nose because of how this cold is at the moment. It's blocked my nasal passages. So I was sat there and I sniffed, but I couldn't get any air up. So I was sat there like making these really weird noises. And Jesus Christ, if you get the chance, watch this movie, especially if you're bi-curious, bisexual, whatever sexual. I would say it veers towards more men because it's two guys. But the reason why I say if you're bi-curious or bisexual is because it punches straight for your gut. The feeling of like that attraction to other guys, and in the pure bi sense, it's like it doesn't matter like who they are. It's how they make you feel. The characters in the actual film, so they are actually fully gay, but like it really goes for true feelings. So you've got Adam and Harry played brilliantly by both Andrew Scott and Paul Mescal. Right, I'm not going to go on because I just want to note a few things. So the isolation, Jesus. The lead character, Adam, he lives in the heart, well, I would say the heart of London. It's not even the heart, it's the fucking guts of central London, like the city. But this film, it just shrouds him in such loneliness, and it really hits home that whole, it doesn't matter. You could be surrounded by millions of people, but you still feel incredibly lonely. It's perfect. It touches upon isolation, the subject of actually being gay and coming to terms with yourself and who you are. This is just, oh my God, it's portrayed beautifully by Claire. Jesus, I can't speak because I'm getting so passionate about this. I'm surprised I haven't started crying again. But Claire Foy's character, she plays Adam's mother. Jesus, it is splendid. He goes home to see his mum, and they're sat at the kitchen table, and he tells her she's gay. And her first question is something like, how are you going to get married? What if you get the disease? STDs and all that. It's just a pure, beautiful portrayal of how blissfully ignorant parents can be when you come out to them. It's fantastic. That scene also had me crying. I think because it was her reaction. Blended with all of this, though, is the fact that okay, spoiler here. Adam's parents died, so it's technically not a spoiler because you suss it at the beginning of the film. They both died back in the 1980s, I think, and it's just him, how he goes back to see them. So he travels back to Croydon. Actually, I'm very familiar with the area that he goes to, Sanderstead. I used to live around the corner from it. So when he and his parents are walking around the Whitgift Centre, it's brilliant. So yeah, oh God. So the dialogue and how she delivers it, and how the dad comes to terms with it, it's brilliant. It's like Adam, the lead character, never got that chance to tell them he's gay. So having them as like sort of in phantom form, coming to terms with it. Jesus Christ, I was mortified, absolutely fucking mortified, because of everything. So you get the isolation. He lives in the city, but the story only gravitates around he and this chap who turned up on his doorstep. The what's it called? Lost my words. The what you read online, the snippet, the intro that you read about a film. It says like a chance encounter. It's not a chance encounter at all. The guy basically fancies him and goes right for him. He just goes banging on his door asking for a shag. Side note: did the cameraman have a leg fetish or something? Because when they first get together, Adam and Harry, it's really like the camera sort of pans down and focuses on their legs, and you've got these like two blokes' legs. Fine, whatever. Then it goes up to their faces again, where they're looking, they're acting. Shakespeare couldn't write this stuff. It's so beautiful. It's gorgeous. The way they both look at each other, the emotions they stir, and it's brilliant. So yeah, and then the camera pans down again, and I'm like, all right, fuck, we can tell it's two guys, like there's two sets of like furry legs there. You know what I mean? It's like, what's your beef there? Well, is this a fetish? You getting off of this or something? Right. So yeah, okay. What else do I need to? So it touches on how the concept of being gay, stability, how will you ever settle? Will you be okay? That kind of thing. Like I said, Claire Foy as the mother, brilliant, just brilliant, spectacular. How the first flirtation is met with instant rejection is just perfect. I've experienced the same myself in real life, unfortunately, but I've also experienced that sort of where he comes at you and you actually sort of have your arms around each other and the emotions and stuff. I won't go into too much of that. I don't want to. But yeah, it's, oh God, sorry. Jesus. This is what I was like in the cinema. I was crying so much. When I came out, I was squelching. Like this guy held the door open for me in the auditorium, and he was like, you know, when someone smiles and frowns, and so and he had every right to, because I was a fucking mess. The couple next to me, they were actually a heterosexual couple, and I turned to, I had to vent, I had to talk to someone as the credits rolled, and I turned to them and I was like, oh my God, I haven't watched anything as beautifully horrible in years. I started crying. They, oh my God, I can't breathe. They agreed. So it's the subject, the themes, coming out, parents getting used to coming out, coming to terms with yourself, how you'll survive. You've got isolation in the city. You've got a guy who clearly fancies another guy. Will they get it on? And what will happen to them? I'm no way am I giving the ending away. But I was absolutely beside myself in my seat. I could not breathe in the cinema. It was horrible. Right. The setting, it's perfect. I'm a bastard for the 1980s. I grew up in the 90s. I was born in like the early 80s. So I saw the whole Margaret Thatcher erasure, early days, Angie and Den in EastEnders, Baby Sham at Christmas. So I love the fact that erasure's always on my mind. Is that what it's actually called? It's so sad. I don't know that, isn't it? Always on. You're always on my mind. I'm just searching it on YouTube. I don't care. This isn't a proper review yet. Yeah, always on my mind. But oh shit, sorry. Right, it's Pet Shop Boys apparently. Right, he picks up a record halfway through the film, and it says a best of erasure. So I assume it was erasure. But they are that kind of. Geez, they're like. What is it? McFly, Busted. It's easy to get mixed up. They're similar, very fucking similar. So, always on my mind, how it plays in the background so hauntingly, and it just captures all emotions and feeling. And again, what I like about it is it doesn't like sort of focus purely on like the whole homosexual, like the gay scene, because I grew up down near Brighton, so I know my gay clubs inside out. And for me, it's just it's not overwhelming. It's annoying, really, when I'm like in a gay bar or something, and there's just like guys mincing around, like, "Oh, darling, oh, what's wrong, baby?" Like all that shit. I can't deal with it. It's not my cup of tea whatsoever. So I'm quite glad that this didn't focus a lot on that. This was a gay film without the overbearing gayness. It was just two guys, two normal, attractive guys who were attracted to each other. And Christ alive, it was really, really touching. I didn't know what to expect. I booked this on the Cineworld app last night, and I was, um, yeah, I just, like I say, I went into the city this afternoon, came back, popped over to White Rose, and you know, I was feeling like shit anyway because of this bloody cold. But yeah, I just sat down in the screen, and by the end of the film, oh god, and the bit where, um, so the closing, where he sits and he holds the other guy, and um, oh, here we go. Oh, that's actually quite nice. The shampoo's coming out. As soon as I got home, I was in the shower washing my face and everything because I felt like I can't pause this. How embarrassing! How embarrassing! Oh my god! The final scene where he holds Harry in his arms. Um, oh my god! So this isn't just about the main character; it's about how the other guy deals with what's going on in his life, which it doesn't really. Right? Okay, no, I need to stop it because he says, "Oh my god, I'm squelching." This isn't like a proper review yet, but I had to. You'd be surprised because it's taken fucking 10 minutes. But yeah, so I need to do this when I'm a bit more. I was going to say inside myself. It's relevant, isn't it? Right. So, buy curious, guys. I strongly suggest you sit down and watch this. The straight guy with his girlfriend next to me loved it. Oi, oi. It just, it's just beautiful how they fall for each other, and how it's just them two in the middle of London, isolation. You don't need a whole scattering of star-studded cast to help prop this up. It's spectacular as it is. Whoever wrote this deserves a fucking OBE or whatever other medal it is. Okay, so yeah, I've gone through the subjects being gay, the isolation, the flotation, the written, the how it's written is just gorgeous. The bit where they're in the Whitgift Centre in Croydon, it was so weird because I literally that's my home from home. So perhaps this hit home, as well as being at home, if you know what I mean. I can't believe how much this touched me. I was mortified when it by the time the credits roll, and I need to stop this before I start crying again. So yeah, the two guys, Andrew Scott and Paul Mescal, Claire Foy, and Jamie Bell, who plays the dad. Oh my god, it's literally just those four. It's just those four who carry the entire film. But it's brilliant. I love this when something hits me and I don't know anything about it. Is this a book? It said at the end of on the credits when they were rolling that it's based on a story. Whatever it is, it's a fucking award winner. I'm telling you, you have to go and see All of Us Strangers. Is this a review? I suppose it is. I was going to sort of sit down and talk about it tomorrow, but good God. Oh my God, I need a couple of days to get over this. So yeah, but in the cinema, seriously, I was like in the dark, like scrabbling for the, because I took a like cluster of Starbucks serviettes that I'd shoved in my jacket pocket, and I was like, where the fuck are they? Where the fuck are they? Because my nose was streaming, my eyes would go, and I couldn't breathe, so I was sat in my seat like, and then I started coughing. I was like, for fuck's sake, fucking cold, couldn't leave me alone for just an hour. Apologies for the squelching and the nose blowing. I know it's gross. Don't care. Right. Yeah. So that's it really. But the setting, God, the music, that scene shift where they go from like apartment into nightclub and they're dancing together. The way Harry's like, he's bopping and smiling to something. I need to check what song it is because it was proper. It was just. You know, something like it reminded me of like my first time I went out in Soho in London. It was haunting but gorgeous, and I don't want to be cliche here, but it was just beautifully haunting, really, in the most non-pretentious way. Because I'm not talking in terms of fucking, I don't know what else is out there has been described as beautifully haunting. I don't know. No idea. But yeah, look, this isn't pretentious. This really packs a punch. It hits home, and it really sort of just sort of delves into life and exposes like the emotive way in which two guys can get together. But oh God, like I was about to say it and where it could lead, but the final scene. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, right. I need to stop this. So definitely give this a go. Definitely. Yeah, that's it.